Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. Now on this show, I help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to try and tempt you with a cash sum on the table today.
250,
Keep going.
300.
If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to say reject that offer. Have a gamble, go to auction. Hopefully we will get you a little bit more money there.
On the net and sold.
Today the show comes to you from Stoke-on-Trent in the Potteries. There's a wonderful crowd of people here. They've brought along their treasures. They want to do business. They want to sit down with our dealers and take the money off them or gamble and go to auction. But either way, they want the real deal.
It's time for the first deal of the day. But before we start, what is David doing?
This is the next lot that I'm putting before my mate, Hoggy. They're biscuits from the First World War. But I need to speak to him. Hoggy, do not eat the biscuits.
Oh, Hoggy, not before John's had a chance to make some money.
The biscuits have been in the family for a good number of years, so we're looking to see what we can get for them today.
Don't worry, auctioneer David Brettle has joined the Duke to make sure Hoggy doesn't eat the deal.
John, I've had some unusual things come to my table while I've been doing this series, and this is one of the most unusual.
Yep.
Biscuits, I say to you.
Yep.
Tell me what you know about them.
So my nan died a few years ago, and me and my dad were emptying out the house, and we came across these in a drawer. We did a bit of research and we found out that they were my great-granddads from World War I, and my nan had kept them ever since.
So when you say World War I, you mean these were issued to the soldiers in World War I?
Yeah, issued out to the soldiers in the trenches. The majority of them would have been eaten, but these ones managed to survive and made their way back.
It's an incredible story, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this one's written on, what does this say on here?
Your king and country need you, and this is how they feed you.
What a logo. And this one's just got the logo of, what's that one for?
It's Sutton Veny Military Hospital,
Right.
Which is where we think he actually served at one point because he was in the medical corps.
Do you think this was written on after they were issued, or was it written like that when they were issued?
Yeah, it was written on after they were issued and initialed by my great-granddad WR, which was William Reeves.
The first thing you've got to think about is how they survived all these years.
No, found them in a drawer wrapped in some brown paper. And
Oh, they
was
were in
it.
brown paper, so they
Yeah.
were in like a greaseproof paper?
Yeah.
Because I think they should be kept in that sort of thing
Yeah.
rather than,
Yeah.
you know, in the open air, really, because I'm
Yeah.
sure they're going to go mouldy or pick up something, can't they?
Now, David, just when you think you've seen everything, everything in this business over 30 or 40 years, along comes something else that you scratch your head and think, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. I'm sure that there were millions and millions made, and these that have come back with the inscriptions on them, and the one little sort of dig saying, we're fighting for our country and this is what we get to eat. It's quite a little social comment, that.
They are very, very unusual. And when I saw this come through the door, I thought, there's one person in this room today, a dealer, I can put these to, and it's Michael Hogburn, the cheeky Cockney character. He knows everything 20th century. Hang on a minute, he's picking one up. He might eat it. I need to get in there.
Oh, no, really? I didn't, David, I promise. I promise.
What have I told you, Hoggy? These are valuable collectibles. They're not for dunking in your coffee, and they're not for eating. They're for collecting.
You do know there were 4 there just a minute ago.
These could be a very rare lot for your auction house.
They could be, you're right. I'm liking them. So, John, we're having a bit of fun here, obviously, because they are quite an important bit of kit, really.
Yep.
Why do you want to sell them now?
They'd been sat in a drawer for decades, and I thought we could use the money to perhaps treat the family for a day out.
Let's get out a bit of money, shall we?
Okay.
This always gets exciting when you get down to the nitty-gritty. What about 10, 20 pounds?
I think they're worth a bit more than that.
Do you?
Yeah.
20, all right, 25 quid then.
No, not there yet.
You think they're worth more?
I think they're worth quite a bit more than that.
I reckon 25 is all I want to pay for them, really. Yeah, here's another one. 30.
OK, I'm going to get in there. £30. They're worth a bit more than that, aren't they?
Of course they are. He'll give more yet.
He'll give more than that. I need to get in there.
John, I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
I've eaten one and you're selling 3.
Yeah. Well, you've not brought one of them yet.
Really?
No, not yet.
OK, now you're a man that knows 20th century collectibles.
Yeah, they're biscuits, not collectibles.
Well, I think they are. 70 to 100 quid is where, or 50 to 100 was one estimation. So
Yeah, okay,
somewhere
yeah.
in the 50 to 100.
Okay.
Gotta be 60 quid's worth, 20 quid a piece. And if you don't sell them, you can dunk them in your coffee and you have my permission to eat them.
And I'm obviously a bit shy, aren't I? So if I put another 20 down, I'll make it 50 quid, and that really is my final. I can live without eating them.
I don't think that's enough money on the table.
There's a 10% improvement of £55.
I think it might have to be the auction then.
Have you sold at auction before?
No.
Good fun.
OK.
And I wish you luck. You sure?
Yep.
Yeah, then 60. No, I'm only kidding. I thought 55 quid was a strong offer for those biscuits. Whether they're going to make a bit more money at auction, I really don't know. It's an unknown quantity, that one.
130.
So how much more could John make at auction with our miracle survivors? Let's hurry over and find out.
They're here in the sale today with a reserve of 50. The question is, are they going to make 50 quid? Well, I really don't know. They're coming up now. The 3 Huntley and Palmer First World War biscuits. The reserve is £50. Let's see what happens.
Very interesting lot now. 3 World War I Huntley and Palmer's biscuits. There we are, bids on the book. We start at 25, 35.
35 so far.
50, bid. £50 bid, £50 on my right, £50 bid, £70 on the net.
£70 straight in on the internet.
£70 on the internet, now it's £70, got to be sold on the internet. May I say 80 for anybody else? At £70 bid then, once, twice, third and last time, £70 sold away. You're out, sir, at 70.
OK, the gavel's gone down at £70, but take away the commission and you're going home with 57 quid.
Yep. Happy with that.
Happy?
Yep.
On the day, £57 take home, £70 was the real deal. And Michael, you never got to eat the biscuit, did you? That's the real deal.
A few crumbs of comfort for you there, John, and a couple of quid more than Hoggy offered. Back in the den, a fabulous piece of artwork is waiting for David Tupman, and Christine has a figure in mind.
I'd like about between 150 £200 perhaps. That would be nice.
Will David pay up though? Let's find out.
You brought in a beautiful plaque today. Can you tell us a bit about it?
I don't know a lot about its history, just that it's been in my husband's mum's family for a long time. And we've had it, 30 years, hanging on our wall. But other than that, I don't know anything about it.
And why have you decided to sell it?
Well, my husband does lots of painting, so we've got lots of things hanging on the wall. I just thought
It was
make
one,
a bit
it was
of
one too
space.
many. Yes.
I've always liked it. I just thought it was a pleasant picture and beautifully painted.
It is. Very pretty porcelain plaque, painted with, I think, sort of birds of paradise, are they?
Well, something exotic, yes.
Very, very pretty. Normally from a plaque like this, we can tell more from the back than we can from the front. So let's just turn it over. But we have no marks.
No, I can't.
No signature. The porcelain looks to me as though it's quite late, and it's quite probable that this is a copy of an earlier plaque.
Oh, right.
So that tells us very little. I like it. Have you got some idea about what you want for it?
I've got an idea in my head, yes.
Okay, well, tell me to stop if I put too much.
Oh, certainly.
20, 40, 60, 80, £100.
I think it's worth a little more than that.
Now, why do you think that?
And I think it's...
Well, here's David. He'll probably,
no.
well, I've got a feeling David's going to tell me I paid rather too much money now.
I was interested to hear why you thought it was worth more than that myself, and because I agree with you, but I just wondered why you thought that.
I think it's rather nicely painted.
You're absolutely right. That is a smart object, and the kind of person that will buy that will probably have a very nice country house in the Cotswolds and will put that in their drawing room or sitting room and find it absolutely delightful. The lowest estimate is £100, the top estimate is £200. And I think here is a dealer who would be proud to have that in his stock and will get it away like that.
I've always enjoyed looking at it, I must admit.
How much more do I want to put down? 120, 140, 160.
Could it go a tiny bit higher?
If I put another £20 down, have we got a deal?
Yes, I think so.
Well, thank you very, very much indeed.
Thank
We
you.
got a deal. Thank you.
It's exactly what I wanted, and it's going to go to my husband's 70th birthday.
How lovely. Have a drink on us. Next up, Helen's brought a much-loved piece to show Brenda Haller. But what price do you put on a family heirloom?
Well, I'd like to get 150.
I'm hoping to get it for about 110, 120. I know the scrap value is a little bit more, but I've got work to do on it before I can sell it out.
You might have a bit of work just to buy it, Brenda.
You brought me something quite nice.
I like it.
Yes,
I hope you do.
I do. It's Birmingham,
Yes.
1906.
Yes.
A little bit of problem here.
Yes.
What's been happening there?
I honestly don't know. I think somebody must have inadvertently used perhaps something wrong to clean it, but it is pure silver.
Or maybe put fruit in it and the acid has gone into the silver.
Maybe.
Yes.
I was appalled when I took it out because I'd had it in the cupboard for some time.
Yes.
And it's usable. It's
Yes.
suitable for bread rolls, really.
Yes,
Something
yes,
like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get some money out and see if we can persuade you to let me have it.
I'll think about it.
You'll think, oh, are you a tough cookie, Helen? I
No.
think you're a bit of a tough cookie.
I'm just here for a bit of fun.
Excellent, excellent. We'll see what we can do for you. £20, £40, £60, £80, £100, Helen.
I'm sorry, I don't think I could go away with that. I'm sorry.
Okay. I will go.
It is worth a little more.
A
than
little
that.
more.
Yes.
A little more, not a lot more.
I
Because
don't mean a fiver. I mean a little more than that.
What'd you take me for? I don't deal in fivers. 120, Helen.
Just a little more.
So you're saying a little more, Helen?
Yes.
I would like to present you with £130. David is around, Helen. Would you like David? Oh, here he is, especially for
David
you.
is here, Helen.
Oh yes, I would like you to
Now-
have a look at them.
This is one of your prized items you brought
Well,
along
I do
today.
love that one, yes, and
It's
I do
delightful.
use it. I do use it.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a little more as its meltdown is worth more.
Well, it's
than
about
that.
166, the
Yeah,
value of
yeah.
the content of the metal, the
Yeah.
silver in there. So, what we have to say is, please, yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
She's a tough girl, this.
I know, I've been told.
Once she's closed that purse, I've tried. I put crowbars in there. I've tried to lever it open. It's not easy. So
No.
I'm going to say, at the end of the day, not a bad price.
No.
We would like to have got another £10 off
Yes.
the stingy, mingy, mean dealer, but we'd accept that, I suppose, if we had to.
Thank you for your advice.
Okay, Helen, there's £130 on the table. Have we got a deal?
Because of the fact that you have to do a repair, I'll do a deal.
Lovely doing business with you, Helen.
And you. Thank you very much. I had to admit that there is some marking on the inside, and that's got to be seen to. So obviously that'll cost the dealer money.
Paid a little bit more than I thought I wanted to, but very nice lady, and the extra tenner or so was worth it. Just mean my profit margin is going that way.
Still to come.
£80?
Want to just a bit more.
Do you see a purse in my hand? It's shut.
Will Sharon work miracles on that purse?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
The dealer's den is a hive of activity, and Derek's brought Simon Schneider a rather curious item, and he knows what he wants for it.
I think when I sit down with him, we'll see how we go on. Near enough, £50 if we can get that.
Let's find out what it is first.
What's this then, Derek?
It's a tooth puller.
A tooth puller?
Yeah.
So basically, what we've got here, I thought it was a corkscrew when I looked at it first of all. Because
Yeah.
You've got this ivory handle or bone handle on it.
Yeah.
But this is an old bit of dentistry equipment.
Yes. Yeah.
How old do we think this is?
It's got to be over 100 years old, I should think.
From the shape of the handle, I would think it was sort of about 1850. You know, so I think it's got some considerable age to it.
Yeah.
I think when it was used, it was probably in slightly better condition, because I wouldn't fancy putting that in my mouth
No.
at the moment. It's gone a bit rusty over the years.
Yeah.
But basically, that's exactly what it is, isn't it? It was for literally yanking teeth out. No anaesthetic.
No, nothing.
No gas and air or whatever they give you. No injections. It was just straight in, twist and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you come to own it?
It goes back from when I was about 5 to 7 years old, that does.
Really?
Yeah. I'd collect anything. My mum used to go mad. I used to come home with all kinds of things.
And where did you find them? Just in...
I probably had that given to me. Yeah.
So you've had that for some time?
All that
then?
time, yeah.
I have never had anything like this before,
No.
so to price it is a bit difficult.
Yeah. Well, we can have a go.
I'm going to have a go. That's the right attitude. £30.
Yeah, I think you do a little bit better now.
Should we see what David thinks?
Yeah, that's all right then, yeah.
Do you want me to try it, David?
Whenever I see one of these, I think, oh my goodness, the pain that these must have caused. £30 to £40 is what the independent valuers are saying. I think it's an interesting curio, a collectible, but you need to be a dentist or someone within that area of business where you might put it in your collection. Could you go to auction and get more money? Maybe another tenner, or... But then there's commission to be taken off. So I'm going to leave it with you. If you want to refuse that and gamble and go to auction, we will do that. But I'm not so sure we'll do a lot better. We may do. We may get lucky.
Thanks, David.
Right.
Derek, the choice is yours. I'm going to stick at my £30.
Oh, well, you push it for a little bit more.
I'm just not sure I could sell it, Derek. That's the
Your
problem.
corkscrew collectors, as well as your
But, you know,
tooth pullers.
corkscrews, they're something you sort of associate with a nice glass of wine and everything. I look at that and all I can think of is the pain that it must have sort of, you know. I'll tell you what I'll do, go on. I'll put another £5 down, but that is definitely me finished.
Okay.
35 quid. It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll have a deal.
We'll have a deal?
Yeah,
Shake
okay.
my hand. Thank you very much for coming in, Derek.
Right, okay. With the money, I'm going down to see my grandson. He's just moved in house with his girlfriend, so give him a little treat.
Not quite the 50 quid you were after, but at least you can share it with your family. We've already seen some great war memorabilia today, but now it's the Second World War that Hoggy's getting excited about.
Militaria is red hot at the moment, so it's going to be a competitive bid, let me say that.
Better put your money where your mouth is, Michael.
Kevin, you brought in some family history, militaria, medals, and they relate to your family.
It was my grandfather. He's sadly no longer with us. He passed away in '79, so, I mean, I've nobody to sort of hand this collection down to, so I'd like somebody to make use of it.
Well, I'm sure you know, Kevin, militaria is red hot.
It is, yeah.
People, you know, they're climbing up the walls to get it, really. This is a nice collection in so much as you've got family photos.
That's correct.
The man himself.
Yep.
This is a button polisher. And what was this one for?
It's just it's a Staffordshire knot with the North Staffs Regiment and his name and number on.
There's his service book, that's his certificate of service. And then we come round to the medals.
Yep.
And these are Africa Star, Burma Star,
and North Star, I think
North
it is.
Star, thank you. And then these are service medals, aren't
That's
they?
correct, yeah. I mean, there's one there from Palestine.
Yeah.
And you've got the photographs of him there in Palestine.
Yeah. And you're going to sell this as a
I'm going to sell it as a whole lot.
Even the family photos?
Even the family photos.
Yeah. I just think it's a nice little lot, and I think that someone is really going to like it.
Yep.
So I'll make you an offer, Kevin, which is 100. That's a £100 note, by the way.
Right.
And they do work. 100. I'll go straight in at 200, because I think that's about all I want to pay for it, really. David, I don't know what you... Captain!
Now, normally I come in here and I say, Michael, get some more money on the table. But on this occasion, I can tell you, the independent valuers and the auctioneer are saying £150 to £200.
Okay.
So I'm going to say on this occasion...
Thank you, Captain.
Get that parcel home, get it sold, Hogburn.
I definitely will.
I think it's a good offer on the day.
So, Kevin, as David said, it's a good offer. It's entirely up to you.
I think I'll take it to auction. And if it doesn't sell, I can keep it in the family a bit longer.
Absolutely. Kevin, I'm going to wish you good luck, and it's a shame.
Oh, Kevin, you were really hoping for a better offer, weren't you? But does the auctioneer think it's worth the gamble?
The World War II medals and bits and bobs, the album photographs I like the best. Fair bid, those. You've got quite a bit to beat.
Let's see if Kevin's decision is brave or foolhardy.
So coming up now, Kevin, is your grandfather's World War II medals. There is an album about his service in the Second World War in Palestine. Most of them are service-type medals, but there's a few medals there. At the moment, they are popular in the sale room. The reserve is 150. They are here now. You turned down 200.
Yep.
Did he do the right thing? Well, let's find out.
Next up is the World War II medals. There we are, put me in for those. All start me there, 200, £200, 100 beat 100.
Starting low, 100.
120, 120, 30, 40.
Internet's coming in against the room.
150, you're right, shaking your head. £150 bid on the internet. 60.
That's slow. We need more than that.
£150, hands up, hammers up as well at 150.
Okay, £150.
Bit disappointed.
Bit disappointing. We've got commission to take off that. You're going home with 123 quid. Bit disappointing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. It's a toss of a coin. Sometimes it works out in your favour and sometimes not. The real deal, Hoggy, is with you. 200 quid. Good on you, Hoggy.
Back in the den, there's a bit of a commotion. How much do you want for our Beswick friend then, Sharon?
I'm hoping to get about 120 from the vendor today.
I'll be all right on this one, as long as I pay a reasonable price, not go over the top.
But will the price you have in mind be enough to secure our early riser?
Who's the cheeky chappie we've got?
It's a Lego and Cockle that me nan used to have.
OK. And it's by Beswick? Yeah, yeah. How long had she had it?
I mean, 36 I am, and she had it before me. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
They're still making them today?
Oh, right.
There's quite a lot of them around.
Yeah.
So that it's not a rare piece. On the bottom, it does say very faintly the registration number, which there is a book, a Beswick book, that you can get, and it tells you exactly how much these are worth.
Oh, right.
Along here, very faintly, is the word Beswick and then England. So we know it's not new. So it's probably, you know, 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice piece. Just wondering what it might be worth. I'm going to get some money out, see what happens. I think we will go 20, £40.
No, I was looking a bit more than that.
Were you?
Yeah.
Right. I did have one recently and I didn't get a lot of money for it, but I'm willing to go to £60. What do you think about that?
No, I was looking for a bit more than that, actually.
You?
Yeah.
Well, I think you're right, Sharon.
Yeah.
It's colourful, it's decorative, it's Beswick, and there are many, many Beswick collectors. Quite a nice size.
Yeah.
80 to 120 is what both the independent valuers and the auctioneer are saying. So 60, a little bit low.
Okay. I'm going to go one more, and then that will be it, and you can make a decision from there. I'm going to go to £80. It's not rare. There are quite a few of them around. So, Sharon, decision time. £80, auction.
Up to just a bit more.
Do you see a purse in my hand? It's shut.
No, but it could get open again.
No.
Deal.
Deal?
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay, thank
you.
Thank you.
Coming up, Hoggy thinks this thoroughbred could be a bit of a nag.
I would like it to be signed and be in limited edition. And
I can sign it for you.
Would you?
Yeah, no problem.
Could you sign it, let me think, Dagar or something like that?
Will Hoggy have a flutter? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Stoke-on-Trent in Staffordshire. Over on Simon's table, Ed's brought in 2 collections of coins celebrating 2 royal marriages. What does Simon reckon?
Ideally, I'd like to buy them for about £140, something like that.
I think the items are going to be worth £150 to £200. I want to try and drive Simon up to about 180 at least.
Give it your best shot, Ed.
Now, Ed, you brought in some shiny proof sets of, what should we call them? They're not really coins, are they?
No, I think they're just royal arms and royal
Arms.
seals, I think. Certainly associated to royal weddings, so...
One's the royal arms of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, and the other one's Charles and Diana. Is it Charles and Diana?
Yes.
Right. And at first look, when you see these, they're very golden colour. My immediate reaction, oh, it's fantastic, there's going to be loads of gold here. But upon a closer inspection, what they actually are is they're solid silver.
Oh, right.
And they're gilded.
Oh, right, okay.
So, although they look as if they're gold, unfortunately they're not. But they are silver. I mean, that's better than not being a base, being a base metal. Or, so they do have a value. How did you come to?
We've been cleaning out my mum and dad's old house, and I believe my dad purchased these probably as commemorative sets during, I would suspect, around the times of the royal weddings. But up until we were in to do the clearance, I hadn't seen them previously. So,
well, what we've got here, value-wise, is we've got just over 10 ounces of silver, and if I'm brutally honest with you, I'm afraid these are probably going to end up being recycled, which is a nice way of saying that they're going to be melted down and and put into the pot. But I would like to buy them because there is a value attached to them, and I'd like to buy them for a little bit less than that value, and that little difference could be more profit. So, Ed, I'm going to make you an offer today for your commemorative arms. I'm going to offer you 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140 pounds.
There are 10 on there, then I think, aren't they, for each set? So
I think it's 12 actually.
12, yes.
Yeah,
yes, sorry, 12. I think you could go a little bit higher than that, I think.
You'd like a bit more?
I'd like a bit more.
Let's see what David thinks.
Did you actually buy these, Ed, when...
I didn't, but there's a possibility my father did.
Because people at home watching the show will realise we've had many sets of these collector medals which were supposedly sold as a long-term investment. The good news, in some ways they have been an investment purely because the price of precious metal has risen, whether it's been silver or been gold. So 140, 180 is the indication from the auctioneer and the independent valuers. You can ask Simon, will he give another tenner? But I'm not so sure it is worth going to the auction and gambling when you already have a good value for money option on the table.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. Well, basically, you're going to ask me for £10.
I'm going to ask you for another £10.
I'm going to try not to give it to you. I'll tell you why, because there's not an enormous amount of profit left in them, and I've gone in with quite a strong offer straight away. It's not like I've tried to buy them cheaply off you.
No, I agree.
So I'd like it if you just said yes.
I think based on what David was saying, I think you have made a very fair offer on that. So yes, we'll deal on that.
Lovely.
Definitely.
Thank you very much indeed, David.
Thank you. Excellent. It wasn't as high as I was originally hoping, but I didn't realise that it was actually silver that was under the gold.
They're going to be made into some wonderful new silver articles. So the original recycling business, it's not scrap, it's recycling.
Racecourse regular Hoggy collects 20th century bronzes, but will he want to add this to his collection?
Just wish it was a signed original one, then I could, you know, get my teeth stuck into it. But reproduction still, Sal, doesn't really matter.
Let's hope this deal isn't tough going.
Steve, thanks for coming on with your little racehorse figurine. Where did you get it from?
I brought it from an outlet, little dealers within one unit.
Oh, okay.
And I just liked it and I just brought it.
Do we know the jockey?
Well, the deal at the time thought it was Piggott, but I don't know.
I've had a look at the face and it definitely doesn't look like Lester Piggott, does it? This has got to be, what, 10 years old, 12 years old?
Well, it's after the war, that's all I can say, because of what the jockey's wearing. But I couldn't, other than that, I couldn't really say.
No. I would like it to be signed and be in limited edition. And
I can sign it for you.
Would you?
Yeah, no problem.
Could you sign it, let me think, Degar or something like that? No, that's the top end of the market, you know. So this one, it's well cast. I mean, it's quite a nice reproduction. The face, like you say, you can't really decide who it is. And, you know, the leg sort of goes out a little bit wrong there, doesn't it, if you think about it. So I don't know where the origin of the bronze or the figure is from. Do you know anything about it from its sort of origins?
No.
And you just bought it because you liked it?
Yeah.
And you're a collector of anything?
I've been into antiques since I was 16.
Really?
Yeah, I used to have a little Mini. I used to put desks on top of my Mini. The desk was twice the size of my Mini.
Fantastic.
Strip it and then cut the legs off because I couldn't get it in the house and things like that, you know.
Oh, great. So we better talk money, really, Steve. We could talk forever about antiques,
we could,
couldn't
yeah.
we? Okay, so I'm sure you got a price in mind.
Yep.
50, 100. 100 quid.
Oh, I thought you could carry on now.
No, it's reproduction.
No, a bit more than that.
How much more?
We just keep going, but I'm going to be fair with you, that's for sure.
Well,
I'm not going to milk you.
120 then.
Do you want me to be fair?
Yeah.
I was looking 150, I'll settle for 130.
Okay, I'll be happy at 130 as well. You're a fair man.
Magic. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Steve. I was quite pleased with that horse, only because I live near a racecourse. I've got to have a buyer, haven't I? There's got to be someone there.
And we'll find out who Hoggy in just a few minutes. Also after the break, the money's flying out.
Keep going. 300. Tell me when to stop. 350.
Where will you stop, David?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
As a busy day draws to a close, we're polishing off with a golden deal. Tuppers, you know these things don't come cheap, and so does Tracy.
Hoping to get £800 for it.
How do you do? I'm David.
I'm Tracy.
Get ready to pay out, David.
What have you brought in for us?
It's a gold pocket watch with a chain and a sovereign, and it was my husband's grandfather's originally.
It's been passed down through the family.
It's been passed down through the family, and my husband's decided he wanted to sell it now because of the value of the gold, really.
That's right, yeah. And but what are you going to do with the money? Have you got something in specific in mind?
Yeah, house renovation.
Yeah, we all have
We've just moved into a new house, so...
Fantastic. OK. The watch itself, in fact, is not gold. It's only gold-plated. We have a very lovely, chunky fob chain, which is hallmarked on all the links, 9 carat. And then we have a gold sovereign on the end, and a gold sovereign's 22 carat. The great thing, as you say, it's terrible, really. But here we have a really nice object. And apart from the watch, which isn't worth a great deal, the rest of it is really worth sort of the scrap value of the gold.
Yeah.
And that's the tragedy of the fact that gold is so high. So what I'm going to offer you is
For the value of the
pretty much
scrap.
the value of the gold, yeah. Okay, so let's put some money on the table. 50, 100, 150, and 200, 250,
Keep going.
300, tell me when to stop, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800.
That's close, but not just quite close enough.
Is David going to offer more?
So have you taken it to be valued?
We have, yeah.
Yeah. And what were you offered for it? Were you offered more than that?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
What, much more?
No, not much more. I said you're close, but
I'm getting pretty close. I'm going to put one more down. And that's pretty much allowing me a small profit on it. 850.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you happy with that?
yeah. Unless you want just throw another 50
No,
in.
I don't. What were you offered before?
850 to 900.
850 to 900. That makes me feel rather mean, though.
It does,
You got 850.
I think you could get that extra
But you've
50.
just said
does-
yes.
Yeah,
So
I know.
I'm going to put down an extra £20 because the watch is worth something. I can get something
Yeah.
for the watch.
Okay.
And then I think I'm giving you a pretty good price for the whole lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, pleased with that.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very, very
Yeah,
much indeed
thank
for
you.
bringing it in.
Thank you.
Lovely lady. I gave as much as I possibly could for it because she was great.
Very pleased with that. Got what we wanted for it. David was very nice, very generous.
Have a great time doing up your house. And what about our dealers? Will they be going home happy too? Hoggy bought that racehorse bronze for £130.
I live near a racecourse. I've got to have a buyer, haven't I? There's got to be someone there.
And there was a buyer, and Hoggy won himself a tidy profit. Simon did a bit better. He paid £140 for the coins and showed off his green credentials.
It's not scrap, it's recycling.
But you know our dealers, recycling can only mean one thing, the melting pot and profit. And remember that tooth puller he paid £35 for? Well, he did sell it, but there was only a tenner in it. Our Brenda was pleased to get the Beswick cockerel at a nice price.
£80?
Want to just a bit more.
Do you see a purse in my hand? It's shut.
But she can't have been that cock-a-hoop because she's not sold it yet.
Do a deal.
However, that silver fruit dish she paid £130 for proved, well, fruitful. She almost doubled her money by selling it as a wedding anniversary gift. But it's David Tupman who walks away with the biggest smile today. The exotic bird plaque he paid £180 for flew into the arms of a French buyer for £250. And even more profit came home to roost when the gold watch and chain he bought for £870 was bought by a trader for £950. Now, that must make you happy, David.
It's been a really exciting day. Bags of Atmosphere, a great crowd, lots of buying and selling. That's what I like to see. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. TTFN, ta-ta for now.